Amazing that it was over 15 years ago that O.J. was acquitted. And, of course, right after the Casey Anthony trial was over and she was acquitted, people were reacting immediately. And here's what you tweeted. I learned a long time ago to never prejudge a trial. Seems like everyone had found Casey Anthony guilty, everyone except the jury. So, Larry, I got to ask you, O.J.'s acquittal, Casey's acquittal, which shocked you more?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. Since I never prejudge a trial, you're surprised by both. All the evidence seemed to indicate that O.J. had did that terrible crime, and the evidence seemed to support. I don't know what the crime was here because, as one juror pointed out, murder was never proven in the Casey Anthony case. We know that a child died under poor circumstances, but we never connected a murder. In the O.J. case, there was a murder. Another big difference was O.J. was 100 times more famous.
Yeah.
Media made this girl famous. We didn't make O.J. famous. O.J. was famous. I think both cases were prosecuted maybe poorly. Obviously, if a jury comes back this quickly, I thought when a jury comes back that fast, you think it's going to be guilty. Usually that means open and shut, we're going to turn it off. I think the jury here was probably weighed the evidence pretty well. I know the public's upset. Obviously, I think the prosecution proved that she was a lousy mother and maybe not the best of people to hang around with. Well, and maybe, as her own lawyer called her, maybe a slut. But they didn't connect her to a murder.
And, Larry, moving forward, you know, it's been very difficult for O.J. to cash in as a result of how vilified he was after he was acquitted. A lot of people are thinking that may be tough for Casey Anthony as well because of how strongly people feel about this. Do you think she'll have success cashing in?
If she wants to cash in, there'll be somebody willing to pay a lot of money. There'll be a tabloid. It would have been that tabloid that's going out of business in Britain if she would have given them their exclusive, if she would have admitted to things never. Remember, she didn't testify.
Right.
So there's a lot of things she could have to say that we don't know. Nobody knows what really happened in that house. Nobody knows except the people there.
Yeah.
And she's one of the people. She could cash. Somebody will pay her big money to hear her story.
It's going to be very interesting to see if that happens. I, of course, would love to see you get the chance to interview her, and I appreciate your incredible insight, Larry.